Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. We are your weekly source for the latest news, updates, discussions, and debates that brings us to beyond than just gaming. We are not only blurring the lines between gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and even music, we are amplifying voices from those perspective fields and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. Join us as we record the show live over at twitch.tv / the Impact Play, and by clicking on that notification bell so you will be notified when we do go live or later on YouTube or even on your favorite podcast platform. You simply search for the Impact Play. However you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Join us on Patreon, server Recruits and Above, get the show ad free. Go to Recruits and Above, have exclusive access to not only the post show, but they could even call in to be a part of the live show experience, plus early access to our VODs, and so much more. Learn more and become a Patreon supporter today at patreon.com / the Impact Play. Speaking of ads, this episode of the Impact Play is sponsored by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, you're definitely missing out. Give it a try. It's free and simple. Plus, you've got nothing to lose. You don't need the best equipment out there. All you need is your phone and something to talk about. There's even creation tools that allow you to not only record, but also edit your podcast, all within the app. Whatever your passion is, Anchor is the surefire way to not only start your podcast, but also distribute it across a multitude of platforms, including Spotify, Google and Apple Podcasts, and so much more. Download the free Anchor app or simply go to anchor.fm to get started. I am your host Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yigu. This is episode 133. We are an Epic partner, so with every purchase you make within the Epic ecosystem, when you use our credit code at the Empire Play, we do get a commission that will help support and further elevate the show, take us even to new heights, and no extra cost to you. Again, use the credit code Impact Play, all one word. It is not key sensitive. And just use it whenever you buy any Fortnite skins, anything in Rocket League, or any game within the Epic ecosystem. It is just one of the many ways that will help support the Impact Play at no cost to you. So on the agenda, we have Fortnite makes its return to iOS devices, sort of. PUBG is now free to play. Valve's Stream Deck is now on schedule. Microsoft discontinued production on all previous iterations of the Xbox console. Google could be releasing their own foldable. Full House star and comedian Bob Saget has passed away. A rating for the Batman has been confirmed. Prices for Netflix are going up. Atlanta United signs Justin Garças. The Georgia Bulldogs are the 2022 college national champions. The WNBA free agency is here. Kanye released a brand new song. Summer Walker sets her first live performance of the new year, plus the top stories of the week. So welcome to a very first segment of the show, where we discuss what we have been playing, what we have been enjoying, and essentially what we have been up to. So I've been on and off in Rocket League. I haven't been playing it a whole bunch. But whenever I do, I always have a blast. And I know now there is a new skin in Rocket League, the McLaren, which I'm definitely gonna hop into as soon as I'm done. So now, just an FYI, we are dealing with a snowstorm now here in Atlanta. So if everyone here in the local area, be sure stay safe, stay indoors, and don't go out unless you have to, because this is gonna last literally all day and all night. The snow itself, and here in Georgia, it's gonna freeze overnight as well. So, like I said, don't leave the house unless you extremely have to. But also be safe and just stay indoors as often as you can. But let's go on. Let's keep going on. Keep it on. So Destiny 2, I've been on it lately, but I'm planning to stream Destiny 2 later on today on the live show. Not the live show, but on the Twitch channel. At twitch.tv / the Impact Play. I want to have a whole bunch of games I want to play. I haven't played Far Cry yet, Far Cry 6. There's a new couple of games that Game Pass I want to hop into. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to play. And when I do go live, you'll get a notification bell when you are subscribed and you have notifications enabled when we are live. So you could join us when we do our live playthroughs as well. But nonetheless, I did. What's that show? Boba Fett. I believe I watched all four. Is it 4 or 3? Give me a second. Let me check on something. Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Yeah, man. So all 3 episodes are live on Disney Plus, and we also have our spoiler cast live on our YouTube channel as well at youtube.com/TheImpactPlay. So we have chapters 1 and 2 spoiler in the same video, and episode 3 is on its own. So if you guys are interested in that type of content, it's there for you to enjoy. But nonetheless, shows wise, that's honestly what I've been watching. I'm getting slowly into Cobra Kai. But yeah, but that's about it. Like I believe as on the first episode, if I'm not mistaken. You know, yeah. I'll tell you right now. Give me a second. Bear with me. Netflix. Let's see. Log in. I guess I gotta update the password on my computer. I do it here. Oh, I'm actually on the second episode. Okay, I'm on the second episode of Cobra Kai. But yeah, it's been interesting. But nonetheless, we're gonna continue with the show. And we're gonna move on to the news. And we're gonna start with gaming, folks. Let's see. Got it. Okay. So, Fortnite finally makes its return to iOS devices. Sort of. But not straight via an app, but via NVIDIA's GeForce Now. So, it's also available on Android devices via the GeForce Now app as well. But you also need an account in order and be paying for a subscription in order to have access to it. Just a heads up. But thank you, Tom's Hardware, for that update. This is something I never saw coming. Grand Theft Auto companies Take-Two is acquiring Farmville's company Zigna for 12.7 billion. The company announced on Monday morning. This is combined cash and stocks. Importantly, the deal has not yet been closed. There is a go shop provision whereby Zigna has 45 days to look for a better deal with a better company. Many will recall Take-Two was originally lined up to acquire Codemasters before EA came in and bought the company instead. In a new release, Take-Two said this is a transformative combination of companies that makes Take-Two one of the largest and most diversified mobile game publisher in the industry. But it's something I never saw coming. Like literally, when I hear of Zigna, it's when it started making strides during the Facebook days or during the early Facebook days, where everybody's playing Farmville. What there's a couple other games, but that was that was one of its main games. But yeah, so hopefully the deal does go through, and we'll see some amazing content coming to all devices. So GTA Online, Red Dead, NBA 2K, Borderlands, and what have you. So hopefully this deal does fully go through. But we'll definitely update you as soon as we have any new updates. But let's keep it on. So here's a nice collab for you. For those of you who are interested in Street Fighter and play Brawlhalla, there is Chun Li and what's his name? Oh, Rio and Akuma are crossing over into Brawlhalla as part of the game's latest Epic Crossovers event. My Hero Academia is becoming a battle royale. This one's coming over from IGN. Bandai Namco has announced My Hero Academia Ultra Rumble, a new free-to-play battle royale game designed, or should I say headed to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. As originally reported by Gomatsu, Bandai Namco revealed the game in the latest issue of Weekly Jump magazine, and while a release date wasn't shared, the magazine does tease that players will get a team to win a 24-player rumble and multiplayer action. And prior to launch, the game will have a closed beta test for a select few to try out the game. But nonetheless, Apex Legends, we might be getting a next generation version of the game. In a recent tweet from the PlayStation Game Science Twitter account, which reports findings from across the PSN database for new game editions and file sizes, suggests that a PS5 version of the game is now in the backend of the servers, weighing in at an initial 80 gigs. The current forwards compatible PS4 version of the game is around 55 gigs for a first-time download. So hopefully this. So let me see. So we might get an update, hope maybe by sometime next month. PUBG's developer is suing Apple, Google, and the developers of lucrative PUBG lookalike Free Fire. PUBG maker Krafton filed a big lawsuit on Monday. It's suing the developer of two mobile games it is accused of copying PUBG Battlegrounds, the hit PC battle royale shooter, and is suing Apple and Google for distributing those games on their app stores. Krafton even accused Google of hosting YouTube videos with gameplay of the two games in question, as well as numerous posts containing a feature-length Chinese film that is subject to more than a blatantly infringing live-action dramatization of Battlegrounds. The games Krafton takes issue with are called Free Fire and Free Fire Max, offered by developer Garena on both the App Store and Google Play. They show up as Garena Free Fire and Garena Free Fire Max. Both are available for free with in-app purchases. According to Krafton, Free Fire and Free Fire Max extensively copy numerous aspects of Battlegrounds, both individually and in combination, including Battlegrounds' copyrighted unique game opening airdrop feature, the game structure and play, the combination and selection of weapons, armors, and unique objects locations, and overall choice of color schemes, materials, and textures. But yeah, since that's all we have for you, and thank you for The Verge for that. Speaking of PUBG, Battlegrounds is now free to play. This is coming from a report over at PCGamer.com. After a lengthy 7 hours of maintenance, PUBG Battlegrounds is now live and newly free to play. It was announced back in December that the Battle Royale will shed its $30 price tag in favor of a format closer to fellow giants Apex Legends and Fortnite. The game now has a free basic version, which includes most modes. If you want to dive into ranked or custom matches, you'll need to fork out an additional $13 for Battlegrounds Plus. So I think they might get rid of this feature alone. I'm assuming they just want to test it and see how many people buy into it. It looks like if not that many people buy into it, they'll just include it into PUBG itself. Like custom matches, why should we have to pay for it if the game itself is free? How does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, let's go. Happy New Year. The team is back from the holiday and firing on all cylinders. We've got a few updates for you today. First and foremost, we're on track to ship Steam Deck on time. Global pandemic supply issues and shipping issues notwithstanding, it looks like we'll be able to start getting these out the door by the end of February. You can view your estimated reservation availability window here in case you've forgotten. In parallel, work and testing for the Steam Deck Verified program has been underway. You'll also be soon to see Steam Deck Verified status for a growing set of Steam games. We're checking 4 major categories: input, seamlessness, display, and system support. This one came over from Steam itself. Let's check on something though. I know I pre-ordered mine itself, but where would it show that? Library, no. Store. Library? I don't know. Library is just for actual games. Not seeing anything. Well, it is what it is. Okay. So Sony is apparently pulling PS Now retail cards ahead of the expected launch of a Game Pass clone, or rival, I should say. Sony has reportedly instructed UK retailers to pull PlayStation Now cards from sale. This is coming over from VideoGameChronicle.com. The decision to discontinue PlayStation Now retail cards via VentureBeat follows a report that Sony plans to merge its game streaming service into follow subscription offering PlayStation Plus. It's claimed that UK retailers will have to pull PS Now cards from store shelves by January 21st. It's not surprising because there were reports that they're looking into combining PlayStation Now into a tiered service comparable to Xbox Game Pass. And speaking of PlayStation, there's a new report on IGN in regards to the shortage of PlayStation 5. Sony is allegedly producing more PS4s to help constrain supply issues, even though people want PS5s, they don't want PS4s. That does not make any sense. The PS4 has been out for a couple of years, so if you wanted a PS4, you could easily get one. If you want a PS5, it's hard to get one because of those supply constraints. So why in the world are they doing that? It doesn't make any sort of sense at all. But yeah, nonetheless, let's keep it on. Keep it on. Microsoft is apparently discontinuing future production lines of the previous Xbox One iteration. So anything pre-Series X, or should I say pre-Series consoles, or Microsoft won't be manufacturing anymore. So it came straight from IGN as well. So it's not surprisingly, because they do want to manufacture, trying to manufacture as much of the new generation of consoles as much as they can. Like, unlike Sony, where they're actually producing more PS4s. Like, that does not make any sense at all. Because the supply constraints are constraining as possible. So, in order to help uplift these constraints, you should start producing these older consoles. Well, I don't know. I don't know how Sony's mindset is working, but yeah. And Epic Games looks at some Kawabanga content to Fortnite soon, as Paramount has reportedly signed a deal with the company to make use of its Ninja Mutant Ninja Turtles, and several other intellectual properties within the game. According to a report by GameSpot, originally reported by Xbox Era's Nick Baker, several of the entertainment giants' film and television franchises will be coming soon to Fortnite. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are just the tip of the iceberg. The Assassin's Creed Ezio trilogy is coming to the Switch. And we actually did a live reaction to the trailer over on our YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. It is a compilation of 3 Assassin's Creed games: Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, plus 2 short films, Assassin's Creed Lineage and Assassin's Creed Embers. It'll cost you $39.99 and it's scheduled to release digitally and physically on February 17th. There are some new leaks ahead of the Horizon Forbidden West launch, so be sure to keep an eye out and try to stay away from them as much as you can, even though I haven't seen them myself. There is a new crossover as well in regards to Attack on Titan and Call of Duty's Warzone. A Levi skin has been released into the game. There have been a lot of complaints that it's not the actual digital version, but again, it's not Fortnite, so they can't just release something like that. They have to release something that makes sense in their world. But yeah, I don't understand that people are complaining about it. Like, they expect it to be Fortnite. You could release the original version of whichever skin it is, whether it be Rick or whether it be Spider-Man or what have you, but you can't do that here. They're trying to make it adaptive to their world. So I don't understand why people are getting mad and frustrated for no reason at all. But nonetheless, Sega is opening up a new studio in Singapore. This is coming over from GamesIndustry.biz. Sega has unveiled a new development base in Sapporo, Japan, the company's second office in the Hokkaido area. The studio, dubbed Sega Sapporo, will focus on a range of content, including development, design, debugging, sales, import, and export of games, hardware, and software, as per the website. But yeah, thank you, Games Industry, for that article. So it looks like we're done with gaming, folks. Now we're going to move on to tech. So we have a couple news stories for you guys. So apparently Apple has digital car keys and Android as well. And this new report on Engadget is highlighting that it will be available on a select handful of BMW models, and as well as coming to Hyundai, and who else? I think it was just Hyundai, was it? Yeah, Hyundai and Genesis models this summer. But yeah, that's an interesting feature I never heard of. But yeah, thank you, Engadget, for that. A Pixel Notepad might be the name of Google's rumored foldable device, and it might cost less than other foldables as well. A news report originally reported from 9 to 5 Google this week said Google's rumored foldable device, which could launch by the end of 2022, will be called Pixel Notepad and come in at a more reasonable price point than the $17.99 Samsung demanded for a Samsung Z Fold 3 released last year. The report didn't put a specific number on the price, but it says it's going to be significantly less. But yeah, that's about it. So we just gotta wait on an official confirmation before we, they take this with a grain of salt, essentially. But thank you, Mashable, for that. Tesla's Cybertruck is reportedly now delayed until 2023 without a specific release month in sight, coming from Hypebeast. And it's planned to begin production in the first quarter of 2023. Louis Vuitton's new smartwatch is more chic than chic, and it has a price tag of $3,300. But that's about it. But it's basically just very, very basic features. All it is just it's for their brand. That's all it is for. All right. Now we're done with tech. We're going to move on to entertainment. Folk star and comedian Bob Saget has silently passed away at the age of 65. Known for his role in Full House. May he rest in peace. So, and here's a new report on IGN that every dimension in Spider-Verse 2 will have its very own unique art style. To give it, to make it feel like it was drawn by a different artist's hand. And speaking of Spider-Man No Way Home director John Watts will be jumping into horror to help launch New Line's Final Destination franchise. Watts has been reportedly joined the current title's Final Destination 6 project as producer, and also wrote the treatment for the story, which is being developed into a screenplay by Laurie Evans Taylor and Gay Bassett. Final Destination franchise Shepherd Craig Perry is also on board as a producer, as is franchise vet Shelly Hanahan. John Watts' wife and manager Dion McGonigal will round out the producing team. This new Final Destination project will stream as an HBO Max original. The Batman, we have some new set photos as well for you to all to look at. Give me a moment. And for all you audio listeners, you're definitely missing out. If you're unable to join us now live, you could watch this video later on YouTube.com as well. So I know we showcased what's his name, the Riddler last week. I know we have more looks of the Penguin as well. There's the Riddler which we showcase as well. But if you missed it, here you go. Oops, my bad. Okay, so here you go, folks. Here's the Penguin as well as the Riddler. You guys haven't seen it already. And speaking of the Batman, a rating of a PG-13 has been confirmed. And speaking of Batman, Batgirl's movie adds 3 mystery roles to cast. The DC will bring Barbara Gordon Batgirl into live action, and the ensemble cast of performers surrounding her has begun to take shape as production is underway in Glasgow. On Thursday, The Hollywood Reporter originally confirmed that Rebecca Front, Corey Johnson, and Ethan Kai have joined the cast of Batgirl in currently unknown roles. So thank you, comicbook.com, for that. And we have a new image of her first suit from the upcoming DC film coming from IGN, or should I say from Leslie Grace's Twitter account. Which looks nice. Like, it reminds me of the comic book days as well. Alright, that's it on that. And Kendrick Lamar is apparently teaming up with the creators behind South Park for an original for an original untitled live-action comedy produced by Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the team behind South Park. But who knows what this can be? But we'll see. So the film, penned by Vernon Chapman, is currently being pitched as depicting the past and present coming to a head when a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his. But we'll see how this pairs out. Aquaman 2 wraps production of Aquaman 2 and the Lost Kingdom. Director James Wan has announced the final day of filming took place this week in Malibu, and Wan marked the occasion by showing a photo of stars Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson. So we are gonna be seeing this hopefully soon. The SAG Awards will be arriving Sunday, February 27th. The 28th Screen Actors Guild Awards, I should say, honoring the best achievements in film and television performances for the previous year. So it will be presented in Santa Monica, California. Now the Oscars. This week, ABC announced that there would be a host for the 2022 Academy Awards shortly after reports circulating that Pete Davidson has been in talks with the Oscars to host it. Despite previous reports, Variety hears from multiple sources that Davidson will not be hosting this year's Oscars. But yeah. So it says here that it's too closely associated with NBC, which is what's that word that I'm looking for? Conflict of interest, essentially. So there are some new reports that Selena Gomez could host with Steve Martin and Martin Short, but we'll see. We just have to wait for an official confirmation. Moving on. The hit series is gearing up to make its return for the next generation after HBO Max ordered a reprise of the original teen drama, according to reports. The new show will focus on a group of high schoolers from Toronto who are on different journeys on self-discovery. The new next class of students arrive in 2023. A new Degrassi series is coming to HBO Max. Okay. We have some new trailers for Moon Knight as well as Scream, which we did do a live reaction as well, so be sure to check that out on youtube.com/TheImpactPlay. It's more like a teaser trailer, to be honest, but yeah. Alright. Netflix raises its prices once again. This is coming over from TechCrunch. In the US and Canada, all new subscribers will see the new prices starting today, and existing customers will receive an email notice 30 days before the increase enters effect. So the basic tier went from $8.99 to $9.99. The standard tier went from $13.99 to $15.49. And the premium tier is going from $17.99 to $19.99. There is some new Dragon Ball Super images featuring Gohan's new fit, which we're not going to showcase here because we try to keep it spoiler free as possible. But he definitely looks. It's a reminder of what used to be, but with a unique twist to it. But yeah, that's the best way I could describe it. Pokemon is releasing a new special all about Bidoof. on their YouTube channels. Be sure to check that out. Emily in Paris has been renewed for 2 more seasons. Thank you, comicbook.com, for those updates. So now we're done with entertainment. We're going to move on to sports. Here is something breaking. Kevin Durant has been diagnosed with a sprained MCL in his left knee. The Nets have announced their optimism within the organization that Durant will return after a 4 to 6 week rehab. Sources did tell ESPN. ESPN senior NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski. Sorry if I botched that. So, the Georgia are your national champions of 2022. The Dogs. The Dogs scored the game's final three touchdowns. Bennett found star freshman tight end Brock Boyer for a 15-yard score with a 3-minute 33-second to play. On Georgia's prior possession, Bennett hooked up with Donnie Michelle for an outstanding 40-yard touchdown on a free play created by an offsides penalty on the Tide. But thank you, CNBC, for that. Atlanta United did sign Justin Garson for the 2022 season with options through 2024. Garson returns to Atlanta United after starring at UCLA over the last 4 seasons. The goalkeeper played for the Academy's U19 team back in 2017 through the 2018 season. Speaking of Atlanta United, the knockout stage of the 2022 EMLS League Series 1 is underway, with Paul Cento is in position to bring Atlanta United's first trophy of the year. Paulo booked his first spot at the knockout round of League Series 1 after finishing top 8 of the qualifying league. He defeated Lamps, Minnesota United's EMLS representative 5-2 on aggregate in a 2-leg quarter final on Saturday. And the wild card for the NFL is underway. So, on Saturday, the Raiders lost against the Bengals 19-26. The Patriots lost to the Bills 47-17. And the Buccaneers are currently on halftime, but they are ahead of the Eagles 17-0. And the Cowboys and 49ers the matchup will take place at 4:30 p.m. today, as well as the Kansas City Chiefs and the Steelers. The Oakland Raiders. Steelers, I don't know the city, but yeah. Will be taking place at 8:15 p.m. tonight. And Monday, the Cardinals will be taking on the Rams at 8:15 p.m. as well. So, Novak Djokovic has apparently been deported and misses the Australian Open tournament. This is coming over from Deadline. Novak, ranked as the world's #1 tennis player, has lost his final legal battle to stay in Australia and play in the Australian Open. He has been deported and has already left the country. Djokovic's legal trouble stemmed from being unvaccinated against COVID-19, which is strictly monitored under Australia's strict pandemic rules. A court unanimously dismissed Djokovic's challenges of a government minister's decision to cancel his visa. After ruling, Djokovic said he was extremely disappointed, but respected the decision. He released his statement after the 3 federal court judges unanimously upheld a decision made Friday by Immigrants Minister Alex Hawkeye to cancel his visa on a public interest grounds. His removal means that the player will miss the Australian Open wins. He won't be able to try for a 10th. Djokovic departed at 11 p.m. local time. And I'll play back to Dubai. All right, El Clásico. Real Madrid edged Barcelona in extra time with Fede Valverde's goal to reach the Supercopa final. Real Madrid won their first El Clásico of 2022, beating rival Barcelona 3-2 in extra time on Wednesday in the semifinals of the Supercopa in de España. It was Federico Valverde's goal in the 98th minute that gave Los Blancos the win in Saudi Arabia, sending them into Sunday's final, where they will either play Atletico Madrid or Atletico Bilbao. But I'll tell you right now. Give me a second. No, Atletico Club. Hold on, let me see. January 20th. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we don't know for sure yet. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you, CBS, for that. All right, now we're gonna move on to WNBA's free agency. The start is almost here. Teams have until 13th. Give me a second. Let me see something. Yeah. So let me take a look if there's any new updates. Give me a second. No, I won't. Let's see. So it's currently underway. But no deals can officially be signed until February 1st. So teams can start talking with players now. So teams are allowed to start talking with players January 15th, but no deals can officially be signed. Yeah, if there's anything official, we'll definitely keep you guys up to date with that. So lastly, we have the latest update on WWE working with Impact Wrestling. Coming from comicbook.com. WWE shocked wrestling fans on this week's Friday Night SmackDown by announcing one of the wrestlers coming back to the company for this year's Women's Royal Rumble would be reigning knockout champion Mickie James from Impact Wrestling. This was a surprise for many reasons. WWE hardly ever acknowledges the existence of other wrestler promotions, much less bring a wrestler from a 1-2 pay-per-view match, and James' departure from WWE last year led to the infamous trash bag gate incident. By now that James successfully defended her title against Diana Perazzo at this weekend's Hardcore event, the idea that she'll be Impact's reigning women's champion walking into one of WWE's biggest annual event is a reality. Wow. Now we're done with sports, we're going to move on to music, folks. And Kanye did release a new single yesterday. Be Easy, which is featuring The Game. But essentially, it's saying it's taking a shot at his ex's new boo, Pete Davidson. That's essentially it. But nonetheless, what's this? iHeartRadio's Alter Ego 2022 did take place yesterday on the 15th of Saturday in Los Angeles, California, in the Forum. So there were some, how do I say this? I guess I don't know how to say this, but All Time Low was there, Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, Kings of Leon, Manskin, 21 Pilots, Rollo, and others. amongst others, did take the stage. We have the full Coachella 2022 lineup coming from Billboard. You have Harry Styles highlighting the, April 15th and the 22nd. We have Billie Eilish highlighting April 16th and 23rd. And we have Kanye, or should I say Ye, highlighting Sunday, April 17th and the 24th. So there are plenty of other artists there, but those are, I guess, the main highlights. So we have Lil Baby, Nicki, Girl in Red, Megan Thee Stallion, 21 Savage. We have Band-Aid MS, Doja Cat, Cole Knight, and so many others. So guys, interested, be sure to check out Coachella.com for the full lineup. Summer Walker sets her first live performance for the year, and back in Atlanta. Summer Walker is gearing up to perform at Georgia's Coca-Cola Roxy venue in her Atlanta hometown. It's going to come from Billboard. These are all coming from Billboard, by the way, most of them. The songstress will grace the stage February 18th in support of her sophomore album, So Over It, which debuted #1 on the Billboard 200 back in November, becoming her first project to the top chart. Zac Brown Band will kick off its 2022 Out in the Middle tour on April 22nd at Beyond Sequoia Wellness Arena in Greensville, South Carolina. November 19th, it will be in Phoenix. Includes 4 previously announced dates in Frisco, Texas, and Akron, Ohio. So, Christina Aguilera has revealed in Ozano of her next line collaboration. Apparently, Santo and Ozana on January 20th. It'll drop on January 20th, but we'll see. CK lands his first top trailer US and global #1 with Love Nawantiri. We have 5 uplifting moments in line music this week. J Balvin is set to host a new series, Gente Santa, produced by Exile Content Studio that will stream on T+, a new streaming platform from NBC Universal, Telemundo Enterprises. It will also stream on Peacock toward the end of the year. The 6-episode series will explore techniques used by celebrities to cope with mental health issues, which is nice. So each episode will feature a new guest that will have a candid and intimate conversation with Balvin about their coping mechanisms, which is nice. SBS Entertainment and La Musica celebrates the return of Calibash 2022, now in its 15th edition with the launch of its own NFT. Calibash fans have access to 2 types of NFTs, the gold Calibash coin, limited to VIP Calibash ticket holders, and the silver Calibash coin, which with large quantities available for sale. So we have a couple of line artists to watch as well. From Ivan Cornija to Yendri Tokika. Sorry if I botched that. And we have a couple line acts that will be in highlighting Coachella as well. Anita, Karol G, Grumpo, Firma, Nathy Pelosa, Nicki Nicole, amongst others. And we have Broke Hampton will be going on an in will be going on to a hiatus after its 2022 Coachella performance. So don't be surprised if you don't hear anything from them for a while. And we have the Lumineers are officially back with their fourth album, Brightside. The 9-track record sees Wesley Schwartz and Jeremiah Freitas drawing inspiration from a number of different places, ranging from a near death fatal crash to a photo of Oasis, amongst others. So be sure to check out our latest album. So essentially, we're done with the news, but we're gonna check see if we have any breaking news or updates for you guys as well. Just give me a moment while I check on that. And apparently, Dying Light 2 will get post-launch content for at least 5 years coming from IGN. And apparently, there are reports of a new iPhone 14. Apparently expected to launch this September. So apparently the iPhone sizes are changing 2022. The mini is going away. Now supposed to focus on the larger iPhone sizes. So that's a 6.1 inch iPhone 14, 6.1 inch iPhone 14 Pro, and 6.7 inch iPhone 14 Pro Max. No, I'm sorry, 14 Max, and a 6.7 inch iPhone 14 Pro Max, which doesn't make sense at all. But yeah. So we just have to wait for official confirmation. There's reports that there's going to be some new revamps for the camera and what have you, but just take this with a grain of salt. And just wait until official confirmation. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, apparently the Bills became the first team in NFL history to go an entire game without punting, kicking a field goal, or even turning the ball over on Saturday, which is yesterday. Okay. Okay. So new record. No, that's it. Now let's check on a couple other things, then we should be good. So apparently Kanye West or Ye is planning to take a flight out to Russia to meet Putin and perform Sunday service as well. So that's about it, folks. So if you guys are interested in something else for email, here you could contact us. We want to know your feedback, your thoughts, and even any questions you may have for us. Sending us for email on the Discord server, leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/TheImpactPlay, or even by sending us an email to reademail@TheImpactPlay.com. Who knows, maybe you'll be featured on a future episode or even a special reading one segment of the show. So thank you guys so much for making the Impact Play a part of your day. If you wish to join our community server over on Discord, be sure to enter exclamation Discord in chat now. Guys, we're trying to like subs over on Twitch, and we need your help. Share the channel, follow us, join us when we go live, lurk if you must, because every little bit helps us helps us reach our goal. And even share it to friends, family, and anyone who believe will benefit from the show. Leave us a review. We're just starting on your favorite platform. And Spotify did recently introduce a new rating system, so you could rate the podcast there on Spotify as well. If you guys haven't already, so be sure to follow to subscribe to the Impact Play over on Spotify and give us a 5-star rating, which will help us reach even more people, or further. Help us reach even more listeners. Thank you guys so much. Have a great one. And until next time, folks, for all of you Gold Recruits and above over on Patreon, I'll see you all there for the poster. For everyone else, have a great one.